All right. Do you file charges against Letitia James? Do you even file a SAR against her if you're the institution that has her loan? You know, when you don't know what you're doing with a surfboard, I can tell. I can tell the way you hold it under your arm. You look at an ad where somebody's supposedly golfing and they're terrible and they don't know how to hold the club, or tennis. If you want to find out if you're going to lose at chess, just let the other guy set up the board, because I guarantee you great chess players cannot control their hands. They set up a board so fast I can't even follow them. That's how you know you're dealing with somebody who knows what they're talking about or they don't. So I'm going to settle the whole dispute here about Letitia James and occupancy. Let's take a look at what we got here. First off, this is from my guide on assessing risk and occupancy misrepresentation. So let's talk about it here. If I'm looking at a file and I want to find out, did the person misrepresent the occupancy or not, I'm going to look at the distance between their in place of employment and the subject property. I am going to compare property sizes, the features of those properties. I'm going to look online. Is the property listed on short-term rental sites? Here's my entire list of things that I'm going through when I check whether somebody misrepresented occupancy. Do we file a SAR, and then do we elevate and ever file suit on it? I look at the loan type, the geographical analysis. Is it a cash out refi? We look at the geographic location. Is it located in a high risk area? Is it located near sand? What do we got that indicates what this property is going to be used for? Let me go to the next page. Again, this is from my risk assessment, helping my clients analyze occupancy risk. The borrower and co-borrower analysis, we look at relationships between the properties, the number of properties owned. Do they own a bunch? Is this likely to be the rental out of all of the properties that they own? We look at reputation of the parties involved. We can go into the NMLS to check licensed people. We can check the realtor, the escrow. We can check professional licensing to see if anybody's shady, anybody's made the headlines. We can check our own records to see if these people have ended up in sketchy transactions in the past. I'm also going to check online records, of course, VRBO, Airbnb, public records. Did they claim homestead exemption on multiple properties? You have a protocol. If you're going to do this, there's a way to do it and be organized about it, not just shooting from the hip and not just pretending to know what you don't know. So, you grade things from low to high. It's often not just black or white. You have to determine what's the likelihood that this person misrepresented things. Okay, so now let's turn to a political article, Politico, that just came out about James, and it says Politico obtained the mortgage docs, including a second home writer. They pulled these docs. Oh, what do we got here? Here it is. Here's out of her loan file. And it says, second home writer on this property, in addition to the covenants and agreements made in the security instrument, the deed of trust, borrower and lender further covenant and agree that sections 6 and 8 of the security instrument are deleted and hereby replaced with the following. Section 6 is occupancy. It's deleted. So her obligations as to occupancy all reside here in paragraph 6. Borrower will occupy and use the property as borrower's second property. Borrower will maintain exclusive control over the occupancy of the property, including short-term rentals. And what this paragraph makes clear is that she's to retain control. If she's going to rent it out, she gets to do it. She can't send it out to a management company, rental pool. She can do it, but she's got to maintain control over it. Here's a key thing, I think. The borrower will keep the property available primarily as a residence for borrower's personal use and enjoyment. She can rent it to family members. She can do anything she wants with it. It's her own personal use. This covenant on occupancy is designed to say you can't turn it over to a rental firm. That's all it's doing. So, do you file a SAR on this? No, let's look at some guidance that came out from Freddie Mac. Here's Freddie Mac saying the second home mortgages, which is what she has here, specify that the property may be rented out on a short-term basis. End of discussion. You're not filing a SAR. I'm not wasting my afternoon writing this up. This is done. There is no credible evidence that she misrepresented her occupancy. And as a matter of fact, the Fannie Freddie guidance on second homes says that she's entitled to rent it out. So I don't even need to get into how much did she rent it out? Was it a relative? What did she charge? We're done. This is off my desk. We're not even filing a SAR on this thing. So I teach risk assessment to my clients. And one of the things that I teach is you got to have protocols. You got to know the boxes that you're trying to check in order to make sure that you've hit your mark. This one is so far off the mark. There is no SAR. There shouldn't be any charges on this. And now I see why prosecutors were reluctant to file on this. There's just absolutely nothing here. And if you're the lender who has this loan, don't waste any time. This is not even a SAR, much less a charge.